Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. My name is Nick Santiago. Today is Tuesday, May 10th, 2011. Lot to cover as every morning. We do take a look at these markets. Right now, we do have the futures trading higher by about a little over 6 points, 6.25, 6.5, flip-flopping around right to 1,349 on the contracts here, and this is the mini futures contract that you're looking at right now. So all in all, a pretty good move from yesterday. Rallied up late last night, started to surge higher, and it's just hovering on this 200 moving average. But a very, very decent, solid move this morning, getting a nice gap up as the inflation rally is well intact. Now, that can only mean one thing if we have the futures higher. The U.S. dollar must be lower. And sure enough, look at the U.S. dollar index yesterday, topping out right around, I guess, around 11 o'clock. Make that 2 o'clock. Put a high in around 2 o'clock in the morning, and then has sold off pretty sharply really throughout the day, trading down about 16 cents at the moment. Now, dollar goes down, everything else goes up. Gold, oil, silver, copper, you name it, stocks. It doesn't make a difference. Everything inflates. Let's take a look at the gold market, GLD. There we see GLD is trading up a little bit. Yesterday closed at 147.38, trading up to 147.56. Was even above the 148 level earlier. SLV, which had a tremendous move yesterday, closing at 36.98 yesterday. 37.31, was trading even a little bit higher earlier at 37.76. So again, if the dollar continues to fall, you'll get some more moves in gold and silver a little bit higher. Now, oil is trading down a little bit today. Oil is trading down a little bit, but not much. Not much. It's only down maybe 50 cents on spot, and trading down just a touch on the USO by about 20 cents. So not a big deal there for the USO, pulling back a little bit. There are talks that we're going to get a lot more margin hikes for USO on the futures contracts, just like we had for silver. So we'll see if that's the case. They're going to chase away the evil speculator, but meanwhile, they don't realize it's just all about the dollar. Dollar goes down, commodities go up. It's pretty much that cut and dry. We'll watch also for stocks such as Freeport-McMoRan, trading higher today. Stock closed at 51.88, trading at right around 52.46. So all commodities could be higher with the weaker dollar as well. Keep that on your radar, at least going into the early part of the morning. Now, there's a lot to cover. I know there was some economic news released at 8:30. Export prices, import prices. I don't really see any big misses or anything like this. I think it just came in pretty much as expected for the most part, and futures are slightly higher. Now, the market's been under some selling pressure. We'll see how that remains going forward, if that stays the case. But last night, you did have some news out of China. The Shanghai was up about 0.6%. The news last night out of China was really that the trade surplus for the month of April beat expectations by a wide margin. That was really the gist of it, and that's no surprise to anybody. I don't think that's really a big surprise. So watch the FXI this morning. That could also be in play. You see the FXI trading up here, 44.15, closing at 43.81. That's just a iShares Chinese 25 index fund. Okay, so it'll track China a little bit, but it mostly trades with our market here. So, but it is trading higher off that news out of China last night. Now, there is still a lot to cover regarding the dollar. I feel it is the most important chart out there. The dollar falls, the market catches a bid, the dollar rallies, the market falls. So if you look at the daily dollar chart, so far you put in a little bit of a pause day yesterday, and we talked about that yesterday morning. Really, after this robust move, generally look for that. Maybe we're going to put in another pause day today. I wouldn't be surprised. But it's all about the dollar at the moment. Still the most important chart out there. Now, there was some news out there with regarding Microsoft buying Skype Communications from eBay. Okay, so that is taking place, and you have a pop in eBay. eBay is rallying up a little bit. Yesterday closed at 33.12, now trading at 34.35, and Microsoft is trading down a little bit. I forget the exact amount, but I think it could be $8 billion, so, or $8.5 billion. But you can see the big sell-off in Microsoft. But they did purchase Skype. Google looks to be getting into cloud music business. So let's just take a look at Google here, and we'll see Google's trading higher after that news. So Google is trading up a little bit, closed at 537.68, trading above 540 now. So you got a little pop in Google as well. Okay, so that really looks to be the news out of the market that I could see that looks like it's going to hold a little bit of weight today. But other than that, not really. I'm seeing not really all that much out there. So again, remember there's a euro debt crisis going on with Greece. I know the IMF is getting involved now. I don't know how much of an effect that will have. Let's just take a look at the FXE, which should be trading up a little bit, just due to the fact that, yeah, we're trading just fractionally up. Not really very active on this right now. But remember, if the dollar goes down, the euro will go up. I don't know how much of a pullback we're going to get in the dollar. It's had a very strong move and really looks like it needs to take a breather or a little bit of a pause. But that is the most important chart that we can follow, at least for intraday traders. And then if you're a longer term trader, obviously you want to know if the dollar is making a move on the bigger time frames, just because that will tell you that the market may be due to deflate. Okay, that pretty much wraps it up for this morning. I'm trying to keep it real brief, real short. Hope you've been enjoying pre-market news and views. I'm Nick Santiago, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Have a great trading day, everybody.